Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back, Team Sons. All right, today's episode is on hockey because today is the rest of the draft lottery. And the teams that are eligible are the Winnipeg Jets, Minnesota Wild, Nashville Predators, Florida Panthers, Edmonton Oilers, New York Rangers, and Toronto Maple Leafs and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Those are the 8 teams that have a chance of getting the number one pick. If they don't get the number one, then they go from 9, 10, 11, 12 to whatever it is that it is. All right, so basically what the order that I told you is the order that I hope it goes in. So the team I said first was Winnipeg. I think Lafreniere would be a good fit there, and I think that would just put them over the edge to possibly win a cup in the next year or two. Minnesota. I'd like to see Minnesota get it too because they do not have a superstar right now, and I think they could really use one. Nashville Predators. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I don't know enough about them to really know if Lafreniere would be a big help. Florida Panthers are kind of the same boat as Minnesota. They just need a superstar that could put that they can kind of build around. I mean, they do have a couple of good players, but I think Lafreniere might just be enough to give them a good playoff push. Edmonton Oilers. Okay, so the first 4 are teams that I really hope get Lafreniere. The last 4 are teams that I don't really want to. In the Edmonton Oilers are the first ones on that bottom 4, and they have a lot of forwards. They've had a lot of number 1 picks in the last 10 years. I think they've had like 4, I think, or something like that. That's how they got some of their good players that they have now. And I think Edmonton would be looking more towards a defenseman than a forward to help them defensively because I think that's their downfall. New York Rangers, just because I don't want Toronto or Pittsburgh. All right, so Toronto, uh, if they got the number 1 pick, would they pick Lafreniere? I'm not sure. I guess probably they would. However, I think they are more looking towards a defenseman just like Edmonton. They have so much scoring power as it is. Uh, I don't know if Lafreniere would really put them over. I think if Toronto got the first pick, they might actually trade down the order to maybe Ottawa or Detroit to get one of the defensemen that are one of the top prospects. I don't know if they do that or not, but I just I don't think Lafreniere would be a good fit for Toronto because Toronto has so much scoring power. I don't think Lafreniere would put them over. Uh, yeah. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins are the last team that I want to see get Lafreniere. Um, Actually, they were going to be the last team, no matter who else uh, beat out whoever else in the play-in round. I just don't want Pittsburgh to get it. They've had Crosby, Malkin, and yeah, I mean they've won 3 cups in the last 10 years. So they, it's time for other teams to step up and have some glory days as well. So I only have a 2 on my list of teams that might uh, get the first pick and trade it to Ottawa. And those are the 2 that I mentioned kind of earlier, which was Toronto and Edmonton. Both teams have a lot of scoring power, a lot of top end forwards, and I don't think Lafreniere would help either of those teams. Um, Both teams need defensemen badly. If Toronto or Edmonton got the first pick, they could. I don't know if Toronto would trade to Ottawa. I mean, they've done a lot of trades in the past couple of years, but I don't know if they'd trade a potential franchise player to Ottawa. That's the thing. With tremendous upside too. Edmonton, on the other hand, they might trade with Ottawa. I don't know, since they're in the Western Conference, and we're in the East. Now it all depends. Also, the price tag for the first pick. That's where it gets kind of tricky. Ottawa has the third pick and the fifth pick, and they also have the New York Islanders pick, which is now theirs. With New York Islanders making it into the playoff round, they are now they cannot have that pick that they traded to Ottawa. It was a protected as long as it was a first. I thought it was top four, but everybody's been saying top three. But either way, it would have been the first pick overall or nothing. So, um, so Ottawa has that pick too. So maybe in a package, Ottawa would probably potentially trade that pick along with a defenseman. I don't want to see Brandstrom leave, but because I think he has a lot of upside. But for Lafreniere, maybe I don't know if I do that trade or not. Because there'd probably be also some other things to put in the package. So other assets to put in. I have heard the third and fifth pick for the first pick. No, I would not do that. Uh, Lafreniere is one player, and if he ended up being a bust, I'm not saying that he will or he won't be a bust, but I mean, look at Alexander Daigle back in '93, I think it was, and so many people were hyped up about him becoming the franchise player, and a lot of people, young people, are probably saying, "Who the heck is Alexander Daigle?" Uh, that's pretty much how it went with him. I'll put this up here, and I don't think putting all our future into one draft pick that may or may not work out would be worth it for Ottawa. This is kind of their do or die year. If they draft well, it could be glory days to come. Maybe not. I don't know. You never know with draft picks. I mean, like I said, Alexander Daigle was the number one pick back in '93, and Daniel Alfredsson was 140 something, I think, and he ended up being arguably the best player in Senator history. So there's no way to tell whether a draft pick is gonna become something or not. So I'd rather take a chance with two players, the number 3 pick and the number 5 pick, over just trading both of those for the number 1 pick just to get Lafreniere. You know, move to year 2025 and look back, and we'll see if Lafreniere ends up being something that we should have done, but that would be all in hindsight. It's kind of hard to see in the crystal ball in the future, so it's hard to say. But yeah, if I was Dorian, do not trade the 3rd and 5th pick to whoever ends up with the number 1 pick tonight. I will be recording my reaction to the draft lottery. Um, Obviously, the bottom four teams that I said, which was Edmonton, Toronto, Pittsburgh, and New York. If they got it, I'll be a little bit more upset than if Florida or Minnesota or the other teams, and any of the teams really, I'll be a little bit upset. But because Ottawa should have had the number one pick, or Detroit. I'm not a Detroit fan, but they definitely got shafted in the lottery, and Ottawa got shafted in the lottery. LA really made it in, and whoever ends up with this first pick, a lot of people are going to be pissed off. I think a lot of people are already pissed off about it. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say. I'm going to be doing another episode right after this one. Like, as soon as I turn it off, I'm turning it right back on, and I'm going to be telling you about the special project, and here we go.